Hi there, my name's Alasdair Kennedy and I'm the Sociable Social Worker. And I give practical advice to social workers and those wanting to foster and adopt. In this video we're going to look at the differences between local authority fostering teams and independent fostering agencies, or IFAs. If you're new to this channel, give it a like, and if you want to subscribe, press the subscribe button. And if you want notifications, then ring the little bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling. And if you're a social worker, stay tuned because there's a lot of information in this video that's relevant to you. Okay, let's get on with it. People choose to work for local authority fostering teams and independent fostering agencies for a variety of different reasons. In the old days, you used to just get a phone book and look up your nearest local authority and that would be you done. Nowadays, with the internet, you have to look at their Ofsted reports, the most recent, not 5 years ago. You can also look at their statement of purpose, some carer surveys if they're online. You get a real idea of who the independent fostering agencies are and the local authorities. And crucially, the local authorities are up in their game. They're doing really well. They're going from requires improvement to outstanding sometimes over a number of years. So now I'm going to give you 3 reasons each why to work for a local authority and why to work for an independent fostering agency, an IFA. So let's start with the local authorities. Local authorities, they pay less. Everybody knows that. Most people who go to local authorities, you're not doing it for the money anyway. A lot of the age group for foster carers with local authority are people who are near retirement or retired. Local authorities are the hub for children's referrals, which means you could be working all the time. If you're an emergency carer, you will be constantly busy. Local authorities often have a bigger community of carers in your local area, which is great for support, for going along to support groups, for mentoring, for training, for buddying up with someone. And local authorities usually have great training facilities, great training expertise in some specialist areas which staff are all trained in, like therapy or trauma, for example. So what about independent fostering agencies? What about IFAs? Well, they pay considerably more, at least about 15% more a week, and that depends on the placement that you have, obviously. If you have younger children, it's different than having teenagers. But the reality is, they do pay more. However, a lot of these companies are now commercially backed, so that means things like respite can be cut because it saves costs. Also, in IFAs, it means sometimes you'll be asked to take on larger families than you probably anticipated. But for outcomes for children, IFAs come on top every time. Most of the IFAs in the UK are good to outstanding. There's only a few that require improvement. Staff in IFAs are better paid. They have smaller caseloads, better access to training, specialised training, post-qualifying training. However, a lot of the staff are reasonably newly qualified or quite young and less experienced, and that's really about they don't want to start their career on a low salary like a local authority does, and they can cut their teeth within an independent fostering agency without all the statutory baggage. So if I were to foster, which one would I choose? Well, it's a tough one because local authorities are getting it together. You know, they are going from requires improvement to good and then to outstanding quite regularly. The staff complement is pretty full. Their staff retention is good. Their training programs and expertise can be second to none in certain local authorities, and particularly some of the big cities. However, I think I would choose a not-for-profit with its own owner, someone who's family-run business. It's not a commercial business, with a good training package that they can prove, with high staff retention. That includes having a stable registered manager in post, that they've got access to psychotherapists, psychologists, educational psychologists, counsellors for all the children so that their outcomes are met. And if you can, I would ask to speak to one of the carers. If they say no, then just walk away. You need to speak to the carers who are doing the job for that agency, or speak to a support group, because that really will give you the insight into what's happening in that agency. But as I say, shop around between local authorities and the independent fostering agencies. There's a big difference between them both, but there's also some similarities. But if you're looking for a niche market like parent and child, then that could be more an independent fostering agency. So there you have it, the difference between local authorities and independent fostering agencies. If you've just started out in your journey of fostering, well, good luck. And I wonder, in the comments, will you tell me which ones you chose? Did you choose to go with a local authority, or did you choose to go for an IFA? And if you did, can you tell me why? I'd be really interested to find out why you went with either one, and if it was for any of the reasons that I outlined in this video today. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, press subscribe. And if you want notifications, because I am going to be making more videos, then ring the little bell. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Okay, thanks for your time, and I'll see you again.